Record of Ragnarok has mastered both. When things are moving, they don't look good.
Oh,
when things
no.
aren't moving, we call that Record of Ragnarok.
Oh,
they shake
no.
JPEGs so you know that impacts are powerful instead of drawing powerful impacts. This is what you have to look forward to.
Wow. Wow, things are really, man, something's happening. Wow!
There's no way.
Oh, the girl,
Nah. There's no way that's real.
You nasty.
Stockpile said, your man behind the camera director. Here's another Scamboli Reviews Netflix $1 million mistake. Now, I actually know for a fact in the first 3 seconds he says exactly what he's talking about, which is Record of Ragnarok. It was one of the shows that when it came out in its season, it sounded like it was gonna be hot from the trailers, and it dropped, and within a week, everybody was like, nah. And then it kind of picked up, and then towards the end of the season, everybody was like, nah. So in our circle, there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, y'all should watch it. Yeah, y'all should react to it. Yeah, we will totally come to the Patreon to watch this. But the views determined on YouTube, that was a lie. I don't know what the problem with this show was. Clearly, Scamboli thinks it was a $1 million mistake. I feel like the streets are saying the manga is good. I shouldn't say that the manga is enjoyable, but the anime didn't do it justice. And honestly, that's just the case a lot of times. That's just the reality of anime to manga, or manga to anime adaptations. Sometimes it's fire, sometimes it's not. For one, I think the concept of Record of Ragnarok is dope. My brief understanding of it is there's gods, there's people who fight on behalf of the gods, and like you get like blessings of power and shit like that. And I don't even know if that's absolutely right. Or like you could pick a god and fight a god, run the ones, and if you win, you take their place or get their power, something like that. I just know enough to know that the concept at the time sounded cool, but I was like, I don't know how this anime is gonna pan out. So let's get into the Scamboli video. Let's hear and see why potentially it was a $1 million mistake. And honestly, I want to hear y'all take on it. Did you watch Record of Ragnarok? Did you just hear things about it? Were the things you heard good, bad? Did you see it and agree that it's bad? Did you see it and disagree and think that it's good and everybody should give it a try? Let me know in the comments down below.
Ragnarok was meant to be one of the coldest anime we've ever seen.
See?
Look at the manga real quick. It's about a bunch of gods who get together and are like, okay, humans have been messing up the earth, let's kill them. But then a Valkyrie was like, no, that's not very anime-like. Let's do a tournament arc. You set up your 13 best gods, we set up our 13 best humans, and if the humans win, we let them stay for another 1,000 years. Then Zeus is like,
shit.
Us? Fight humans? Oh, what a foolish idea. I am Zeus. I fuck with dragons. I slay titans. Are you chicken? Fuck dragons. Every single chapter after that
is
the
Are You
most
Chicken?
hype, well-drawn action you can find in a manga. Bow, wop, boom. They got Nikolai Tesla, Jesus,
What?
Adam,
Jesus?
Jack the Ripper. So as
Adam?
I said, this wasn't meant to be that rubber ducky, fart in the bathtub,
Nah,
Discord
it
nitro,
sounds
safe
kinda
space,
fire.
nut tickling, hopscotch, pansy garbage. This anime was meant to be cold. So when it came out, we got this.
Yeah, no, at least they were fighting.
What the fuck is this effect? What the fuck is going on? I'm about to open.
What happened? Enter Booger Nuts Productions.
Booger Nuts?
Made the
That's
anime.
the real
With
name?
exception of a few, Booger Nuts Productions isn't known for making good shows. In fact,
we're
they're
really calling
guilty
it
of
Booger
making
Nuts?
Wonder Momo, which is considered one of the most awful anime of all time. What do
you have to Really?
say for yourself, Booger Nuts?
It wasn't my fault, I swear. It was Netflix.
Netflix. You licensed the anime, correct?
Smoking a
Then you're the
cigar.
one who slapped the big fat logo on the show.
So, yeah, what about it?
And you paid a bunch of anime YouTubers to pretend they didn't catch AIDS from watching it. Am I wrong?
AIDS?
Ooh,
Come on,
is
Stranger
that Giga?
Things? You don't like Stranger Things? You got nothing on me.
Stranger
Nothing.
Things.
Capiche?
Then what's this?
What?
I don't know who to blame for the terrible anime we got, but I'm on a lot of AIDS medication just so we can watch this anime and laugh
I'm
at how
screaming,
tremendously
bro.
hard Netflix fumbled their bag. Let's start dig. Record of Ragnarok was one of the most popular manga in Japan, all without having a story. You're here to watch two
14th?
muscled men stand butt to butt and fight each other. Everyone understands this. So
Stand
the
what?
art must transport you to the ghost of an indifferent Victorian London, Or floor your ass when Zeus winds up to throw a giant undodgeable hammer that gets dodged? That was weird, but then it spins right back into Thor's hand to build up centrifugal force, which he uses to spin his ass around and smack into his opponent. The magic is, you don't need context. You know that was cool. Instead of bulletproof writing, the books capture you by putting on a spectacle, which gets murky when you interpret a scene like this.
What? Is it a bait? What the fuck is he doing?
No, what?
Lubu was not supposed to do that. If the show doesn't have a great story, nor an awesome main character, and instead
that was
lures
atrocious
people in with its fights, that gives you a pretty good list of things to not fuck up. Oh no.
I don't really just want to leave. They messed up the fights.
This show made me realize that if you don't like a fight, it's probably one of two things. Bad pacing and bad animation. Record of Ragnarok has mastered fucking up both. When things are moving, they don't look good. When things aren't moving, we call that Record of Ragnarok. They shake JPEGs so you know that impacts are powerful instead of drawing powerful impacts. Instead of saying scenes, my friends started saying slides, which I didn't even notice for a couple hours. The ultimate fight of the series, the one that every manga reader fondled. Men peed, men creamed at the sight of this one. It's low-key supposed to be the climax of season 1. This is what you have to look forward to.
Wow, things are really
heating up. Way.
Oh man, something's happening.
There's no way.
Oh, the girl,
No, there's no way that's real. No, there's no way that is real. I refuse to believe that's real. Bitch, what? This is what they did instead of animating it? That's unfucking acceptable. I've done PowerPoint presentations for my day job that have more animation than this. What the actual fuck am I looking at? Nah, fam. No, there's just no fucking way.
Wow, things are really heating up. Oh man, something's happening. Wow! Oh, the fucking girl no one cares about is going crazy. Oh, he did not just do that. Boobies! Oh my god, whoa, he got bigger and yep.
Deep down, the fights are interesting. Zeus fights Adam from the Bible. That is either the most smart or the most retarded idea I've ever heard. The fight is so unpredictable. The moves are so imagined. You might just find yourself breaking character. What the fuck?
Oh, that's thuggin'.
Oh, that's cool. Split the sky.
That is kind of cool.
That's thuggin'.
It's just that
but
if you start thinking these bi-curious thoughts, there's a flashback waiting to spit in your face.
Hold on, 7 minutes, everybody. Make sure that they don't show the fight.
What are you show the impact?
The pacing. Every noteworthy event is an invitation for a 10-minute-long tangent. The characters make eye contact, flashback. A character gets the first hit in, flashback. Thor finally throws his fucking hammer after 19 minutes and 10 seconds, flashback. If you want to maintain any interest in your fights, show them. There are backstories in the book. The thing is, it takes me never minutes and 0 seconds to finish reading it. Thor's backstory? That took me 2 minutes and 40 seconds to read slowly. The anime, 6 minutes. It doesn't sound like a long time, but with animation like this, it feels like you're in the sunken place.
That's not a screenshot.
Yeah, so their mouths don't move. Oh yeah, they don't move either. I forgot that. Oh, there's the classic right there. The giant baby made out of. He throws it back for a second if you didn't notice.
Oh my god. Oh my
I feel as if my eyes have been dilated. And this became truly problematic when I realized
is so bad.
The story isn't very. If you think good art is just an accessory in anime, you are wrong. It also serves to dazzle, to steal your attention from the extremely stupid shit going on in the background. While reading, I never thought, why is there a stupid kid? Who gives a shit about this character? Who writes a story and thinks, oh, this needs a child who doesn't know shit and cries every episode? Fucking no one!
The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
These thoughts never crossed my mind while reading, but with the excruciating pacing and the battles that seem to be animated by 6 rats in a trench coat, you notice things you normally wouldn't get annoyed at. Episode 7 is centered around Adam and Zeus. But Adam has done something very cool, so that's the show's cue to spend 4 billion hours on Adam's backstory. Eve is in the Garden of Eden, being mutated
that's a
by this
snake?
snake monster. But Eve is like, I am not expressing enthusiastic consent, and you should respect my boundaries.
Enthusiastic
And the snake guy is
consent.
like,
You simpering whore!
this is the most realistic writing so far.
Serpent had
Simpering.
tried to take the woman for himself. But Eve
Stop.
remained true to her beloved Adam.
First off, how stupid do you think I am? I couldn't have deduced that on my own. He frames Eve by taking a bite of the forbidden fruit and challenging her in court.
I have the very apple she bit into!
Nigga, that looks like your fucking teeth. Okay. 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 Nigga, that's your mouth. Nigga, that's your mouth. There's no way they're falling for that. What a fucking jury of idiots. You know what? That's why when they say you get a trial by jury of your peers, depending on who you are, you should be fucking terrified because you're a dumbass. That means your peers are dumbasses too. That means you're fucking cooked, buddy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Your Honor, that was bitten by monster mouth.
The accusations were false.
Ah!
The likelihood of
Duh, bitch.
99.99999%.
How did you reach this number?
It's
You know
so...
what? I trust this visibly evil
Bro.
snake man.
It's not that the show is actively stupid. I mean, Guan Yu is a Gundam for some reason, and they keep calling Ragnarok the final confrontation between man and the gods when it can occur every 1,000 years, so it's like not final at all. But the story isn't bad. It just leaves a ton to be desired. The manga is quick to every step. Fight, move on. Fight, move on. And so the permanent cast members don't get a ton of character development. There isn't some super thought out plot in the background, and the manga knows that. But when you're adapting that into an anime and you're spending a majority of every episode on fucking audience commentary, drawn out explanations of things we watched happen, and flashbacks, not fun. They work in a written medium where I control the tempo, but an anime is a whole different animal. It moves way slower. You gotta cut some things out, change stuff that doesn't necessarily work. Lubu yawns for 20 seconds. This should not have been allowed. The abysmal art and so story have made Record of Ragnarok one of the most fun shows I've seen in forever. No matter what is happening, something funny is on screen. And it's only a matter of time before one of your homies says something gay about it.
To come.
Ew. No, that's stupid, bro.
The concept really is cool. A lot of bad animation and annoying pauses can't change that. If you let the show ride and you don't focus too much on what's happening, I promise it's entertaining until you leave that Discord call and it's just you and this shitty ass anime. We could leave it at that, but I think I have to talk about the message. When an anime looks like this, I see endless excuses. Usually the classic, why don't you draw an anime instead? And that's a weird thing to say, because it's so fucking stupid. For Record of Ragnarok in particular, I kept seeing this claim that the studio only had 2 months to animate the entire show. Oh, I didn't know that. What's your source?
Word of mouth.
I've seen like
Trust
9
me,
guys
bro.
saying stuff like this, and somehow
Trust me,
0
bro.
guys saying, that's fucking stupid. I wonder why they do things like that. Assume this is true. They were under an extremely tight production schedule. Let's normalize keeping shit in the oven if it ain't baked right. I know that animators
That's what
are
I'm
under
saying.
an immense amount of stress. Deadlines, slave wages, verbal abuse. It's enough to drive most people insane. But I don't want to talk to those guys right now. I want to talk to their manager.
Yo,
Pay
facts.
your slaves more, you might be able to make hella money. I've seen what happens when you give hungry artists a chance to go wild. When ambition meets opportunity, when risks are commonplace, you get art that weathers decades. This is not it. As someone who's editing this video right now, I see the reused frames and the assets being rotated and
Oh my
the
God.
horse.
Holy shit. Holy fuck.
And I think to myself, that's me trying to hit a deadline. When there's so many industry veterans working on the show, it only magnifies that suspicion. Booger nuts. No one is forcing you to make this anime. If you don't have the resources, if you can't give animators the time they need to make something special, maybe, well, someone has to animate this shit. The source material is dynamite. It should have gotten the one.
Stupid.
If
Yo,
that's realistic,
honestly.
at the very least, do you know what this anime should look like? Tom and fucking Jerry. I can pick a scene at random.
Nah, Tom and Jerry has better animation, bro.
Guarantee it mogs the hell out of it. The way that cat is just getting down and dirty on that bass, he's making that thing breathe. It's starting to speak. The backgrounds are somehow so lived in. You don't question the setting. This is just where cats live. Jerry sleeps in a sardine can and has little matchbox drawers. 1946. This anime was made in 1946. And this was made 75 years later in 2021. One is
Fucking
an adaptation
joke.
of one of the highest selling manga in Japan. The other is a gag cartoon. Is it an unfair
Hey,
comparison?
yes, because Tom and Jerry's fucking
I
goated.
believe that with all of the advancements in modern animation, all of the time saved not re-inking, hand painting, and scanning every frame, we should expect anime to be animated? I don't
Yes.
think so. Yes. The anime is extremely fun to watch stoned, and even funner when you're with 5 neurodivergent adults.
Uh-oh.
The horse is crying.
Bastard.
But it's a shame that's the only way I can enjoy the show.
What the
Subscribe.
hell?
I do stuff like this all the time. And leave a comment. I respond to those.
Oh my god. That was Netflix's $1 million mistake, and it really was. I ain't gonna hold you, Scam. This video was fucking awesome. Record Ragnarok looks like ass. Y'all fucking lied to me. Look, it's everything that I assumed before without even watching a video, without watching not a single episode of Record Ragnarok. The concept is dope. The execution was all around terrible. There is no excuse. And let's say hypothetically Record Ragnarok came out, let's say 2021. There's no excuse in 2021 besides the Roni why it should have been animated like that. That is lazy. That is budget friendly. That is like the epitome of, oh yeah, can I copy your homework? Yeah, sure thing. But make sure you don't get all of them right, because I don't want people to think we're doing the same thing. Like, that was supposed to be anime. That was more like a webtoon, bro. I've seen webtoons with better animation than that. Like, just dead ass, just straight up. The fact that you have like, the moments where he's like, this is the moments where Scam was like, by the way, I'm not taking these screenshots. This is actually in the anime. This is real anime time. Like, runtime on the clock anime time. I couldn't fucking believe it, bro. Everybody on that team, you know, good job. Y'all put in a good effort. Clap it up. But y'all should just not. I wish a show like this, I wish that the studio could be like, all right, we're gonna remake it and we're gonna do it right this time and actually do it some fucking justice and like board it correctly and do it right. Because again, I feel like everything I know about Ragnarok, the few little things I know, it sounds like a fire ass concept just with a really bad fucking execution. And something like this, kind of like he said it deserved the One Punch Man treatment. I feel like if it's just supposed to be straight hands, that's the right people to do it. That's how it should have been. I can't get over some of the things I saw in this. I will never go watch Record of Ragnarok. I don't have 5 neurodivergent friends, and I don't think there's enough drugs in the world to get me high enough to be able to watch that and enjoy it by myself. So I'm just not gonna do it. Unfortunate. The Record of Ragnarok, this is one of those few times where somebody's like, yo, you should read the manga. I think I'd read the manga. First. I'm that serious. And y'all know me. I'm a motherfucker who ain't got no time to read no mangas. I would go read this manga before I watch this shit. Crazy. I don't know if Netflix fucked up. I don't know if Booger Nuts fucked up. They got to get together, talk about it, and get a redo. Should be a mulligan. I want to see a mulligan. Y'all go back, do it again, drop it again, and hopefully the streets pick it up. Because right now, ain't nobody picking up what y'all putting down. Thumbs down. Crazy. That's insane. That's insane work. Comment down below what you guys think about it. How'd you feel about the video? Was Scam too harsh on them? Was he very fair? Did you think I was too harsh? Do you think it was fair? Comment that stuff down below. I'm your man behind the camera. As always, never ever forget, stay nasty, y'all. You wanna go around? Oh, right, I'm really fucking shaking, bro.